This is Eric, Crazy Couponing with Eric here. Welcome back to my channel. I must apologize first for the lighting up in this room. I am recording in my room right now, and I kind of wanted to bring to your guys' attention on a very particular topic, which is to request rain checks. Now, in case you're wondering what a rain check is, it's literally a rain check for when an item goes out of stock at a certain store. And today we're going to be talking about CVS. So if you're ever wondering or trying to figure out, if like a particular item will come back, like let's say if it's on extra buck promotion, and is it coming in okay, guys? I just want to know, like, is it not blurry or anything like that? So that way, if it is, I can fix it. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the rain check, because I feel like it's important for any couponer to know for any sales that you might miss, so that you guys can be able to. Oh, hi, Rosie Shoemaker. How are you? Am I coming in clear? So that, you guys can see it okay. Is it coming in all right? Anyway, kind of. So it's a little blurry. All right. So hopefully I can try to fix that soon. Oh, hi, my block. How are you? Okay, so let me just go ahead and just explain a little bit about the rain check. Just a little dark. Here, let me see if I can actually fix this. I'll go into here. How's that? Is that all right, I guess? It's a little bit more lighter now, so I can be here. I'm kind of in, closet. Anyway, so today I want to talk a little bit about the rain checks. So if you're ever wondering, like, when you go inside a CVS store, is the item going to be there? Am I not going to have to request a rain check? And in some cases, you want to request a rain check just so that, in case of an item doesn't go out of, if an item does go out of stock, then you have a rain check for the promotional sale plus whatever else goes attached to it. And it's awesome too because, for example, I'll just show you guys for the rain check for Persil. So this one was issued to me on the 17th of November of 2017. So that was about a couple months back, guys. So, and the good thing about the rain checks at CVS is that they don't have an expiration date. And I remember seeing one of the ladies that coupon there about a couple of weeks ago. She had a rain check from 3 years ago. So they actually have no expiration date, and if there's actually like extra bucks attached to it, and I'll explain to you guys right now, you'll still, like, whatever promotions you guys missed for that week, and you guys request a rain check, then that entitles you to also the extra buck promotions. Almost dropped them. For extra buck promotion for the week that actually had passed. So if it was like spend 30, you get $10 in extra bucks, and you wanted to use coupons on top of the, the sale that was previously, that had passed, then you can do that as well. So I'll give you guys an example. So like I said, the Persil is, it was on the 17th of November of 2017, and they were on sale for $5.34. Now, they also had a promotion when you spent $30, you get $10 in bonus cash. So it was this cash card. So they don't offer the cash card anymore because that was during, the holidays. But what they would do is they would actually issue me an extra buck, force printed extra buck. So there was no event code for it because it was cash card, but all they have to do is just, verify that this was part of the sale, which they can, because at my CVS store, they actually have a binder from 2 years back of the ads that were, that were going on throughout the entire year. So that's something that, that was actually pretty cool, so they can actually verify. So this was actually given to me at one CVS. There's like numerous CVS in my town. So there's times where actually I'll go to another CVS, request a rain check because I know they'll be out of them. So this one's for the Persil, the 40 ounce or 16 count pods. Hi, Marie Sanchez. How are you doing? And so this particular rain check, I live in California. I live in Bakersfield. There's quite a bit of CVS's here, and I have maybe about 3 or 4 CVS stores nearby my house, so that's actually a really great thing for me. Now, when we're heavy on couponers in our town, and so sometimes when you go for a sale, you want to get there quick, because if you don't get there quick, more than likely they're going to just be wiped out of everything. And a lot of our stores do early activation. Now, if you don't know what early activation is just when the sales that start for that Sunday, they will start the day prior. So the sales starting on Sunday would start Saturday. Now, it depends on, your store on what times they actually do start the early activation. So you're probably gonna have to call ahead, or you can just go down to the store yourself. I have about 5 Mississippi. Well, that's actually not bad. So if I count, there's one. If I just mention the street names, you guys will be like, what are you talking about? So I have one nearby, it's about 2 miles away. Then I have another one, it's about 5 miles away. I have another one's about 4.5 miles. And then there is one about close to 5 miles. So I have one on almost every corner of where I live. And then if I go down a little bit further, it's about 7 or 8 miles. So I can actually venture. When I was doing the clearance stuff for all of the deodorant, I went to almost every single CVS that the town had. There was just only one. I can't remember where that's located, but there's another one. So I was just clearing them out. But anyway, I don't go out that far because I am not as crazy as what people think. I am not going to go to every single CVS store and, just completely wipe out everything, because there's just no possible way for me of doing so. You would need multiple accounts, and you need to be able to just have the gas to go everywhere. And part of couponing for me is all about saving. So I will not waste my time going to every single CVS just to try to wipe out every single thing that they have in the store. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these rain checks. So, like I said, these rain checks do not have an expiration date. They'll last you probably, I guess, forever, or until the store closes down completely. I don't know when. But don't be afraid to ask your cashier for the rain check. They'll most likely give it to you. They should anyway, because it's within their policy. Now, I do want to explain something to you guys. I don't know if this has happened to you at CVS, but what some of the cashiers have actually told me regarding these rain checks is that, 2 things. One, the event code. This does not have an event code. So they're going to have to go back and verify into the ads from the last couple of weeks to verify that if there was actually a event code for this particular sale. Sometimes even CVS can do this, in that it's, certain sales are not part of the ad. And when that happens and you request a rain check because of a certain item that's out of stock, sometimes they will and sometimes they won't. I had this happen to me one time regarding that. It was spend $15, get $10 on St. Ives body wash. And one CVS gave me a rain check for a quantity of 3. The other one was saying, since it's not in the ad, there's no event code. And without an event code, I cannot issue you a rain check. And I was just like, but it's part of your sale. You're out of stock. You have it tagged. Therefore, I'm requesting a rain check because it's out of stock. I would like to have it when it comes back in stock. So he calls the manager and verifies about the rain check, or if he can issue the rain check. And he tells me that it's the exact same thing what the cashier had told me. He can't do it without an event code. Now, what happened to me, and I was just like, I can't deny it. I'll take it because that's their problem. So instead of issuing me a rain check for the St. Ives, and I think I have this particular rain check. Let me find it real quick, you guys. I don't think that's it. No, it was. I have it. I have it right here because, in case I do want to redeem it, I can't. Oh, here we go. So this is for the handwriting. First of all, is horrendous. So I'm like, I don't know. Go back to school and write. St. Ives body wash, the 21 ounce quantity of 3. They're on sale for $5.19 a piece. Spend 15, get 10. So he has it written down as extra bucks already given. Here's why. He actually gave me, and the manager said, rather than issuing me a rain check, he actually issued me the $10 in ECBs, and I was just like, I'm keeping my mouth shut. I am not gonna say anything out of the ordinary. I'll be like, you know what? If he wants to give me the $10 extra bucks, go ahead. I was like, there was a certain account that I needed more extra bucks, so I'm like, I'm not going to really tell him not to give it to me. I mean, like, I had my friend also that was couponing with me, and she told me, just shut your mouth, Eric. Just take the extra bucks, take it with you, and that's it. Don't even, like, say it. Don't know any ifs, ands, or buts. You know, they're giving it to you, just take it. Does it sound immoral or unethical? Probably, because it might be like, you didn't get it fair and square. However, it's just, it's just that certain time and moment that you just want to just, if they're going to give it to you, just give it to you. I just went ahead and I just did it because I was just like, you know what? CVS, that's their every single CVS is different. Not every single CVS is the same. So I just be out of cautious that, it's your mileage may vary situation. It's not going to be the same as to giving you a rain check versus giving you the extra bucks. And like he said, like, since he wrote this for me, that he gave me the extra bucks already for these, I just can't redeem it. I can't redeem it at all because this is just basically what the wording says. So at that point, I just decided, I was like, all right, if you're going to give me the $10 extra bucks, I'll go ahead and take it. So then they manually force printed it for me. But the second thing I want to say, I forgot what I was going to say now. There was two things. So without an event code, it's just basically, it's up to the cashier whether or not, and the store manager, whether or not to actually give you this rain check. Because if it's not in the ad, I guess technically they don't have to give it to you. And I'm just kind of like, I'm iffy about that. Because if it's part of the sale, and I've already explained to a lot of the management, to certain stores that I've gone to, I've already explained to them, there's times when CVS promotes something that is not in the ad, and you can actually go to their website and you can actually go looking into their ad, and they actually have a lot more things further on sale than what the actual ad promotes. So if you go onto their website, and you can actually look, like, for example, the St. Ives, which was not promoted on the initial ad, but it was part of the sale week. So if you wanted to request a rain check, you should be able to get it. And there shouldn't be any ifs, ands, or buts. But sometimes it's just a hit or miss. And if it doesn't work out, just go to another CVS if you have the time and request the rain check. Now, I want to give you guys the heads up that I think the 10th of, I want to say February, there's going to be a sale on the Persil again. And on the 10th, the coupon for the Persil expires. Some people may have gotten the $3 off one coupons from last week's last week's Red Plum up to now. Some people might have the $2 printables, whichever one you may have. Persil is going to be $4.94, and when you spend $20, you get a $7 extra buck. And the limit for that is 1. So simple deal, pick up 4, use 3 of the $3 off one manufacturer coupons. You get the $7 in extra bucks. It's like paying 19 cents per bottle. And I think, you know what, Persil ranks right up there for me with Tide. So literally they both work hand in hand. They work pretty darn well. So I gotta give Persil credit for that. So with that being said, I just wanted to get that out to you guys. But with that being said, about the rain check, what you guys want to do is, in order to request for one, now I remember what I was going to say. So CVS is trying to do away with rain checks. I've already been told by a couple of management people that they're trying to do away with rain checks. And the reason being is because what they're offering at their store is item substitution. Now, when it comes to item substitution, let's say, for example, Persil. Persil is going to be a hot week, the 10th, or the 10th of February. They're going to most likely run out on early activation. So at that point, what CVS has done, and I've seen it in the past already, the last several weeks, they will item substitute for, if there's none of the Persil, they're gonna find, since it's like, I think it's normally like $8.99 or something, and Tide is $9.99. If it's within the dollar, what they're going to do is they're going to match that price to, like, for example, Tide. And not only that, and I think it's unethical, and I think it's just wrong that they do this. And I don't know if they should. And I think they're lying about the fact that they actually get reimbursed back for every single coupon they use. They're allowing them to use coupons for the Tide product that is not for Tide. So if you have a $3 off manufacturer coupon for Persil, they and you know, they're price matching the or price modifying the from the Persil to the Tide. They're allowing people to use the coupons on those. I guess because, you know, out of customer satisfaction and, you know, making sure the customers are happy and making sure that the customers get what they need, or get something that's similar, they'll go ahead and do that. Are they losing money? Probably so. Like, you know, the fact is, you hand them a $3 coupon that is not going to scan, or is not going to scan and most likely beep, because it's not for the right product. However, what they're doing is they're manually entering the coupon amount of the coupon towards the product. And if it's on extra bucks, they manually force print the extra bucks for that. And I'm just like, whoa, guys. I feel like sometimes I just, you know, yeah, I may go past the limit of coupons, but to use it for wrong product, that's just something I just cannot handle. And that's just something I just cannot do at all. Yeah, I've gone over the limit of coupons. I believe all couponers have done that every so often. And I don't think it's right. I think it's just something that if CVS is allowing, would I do it? Most likely no. Because I have not gone into that situation. I have never done that. And the fact that I'm even like talking about it and thinking about it is just wrong for me. So it's just like, I just thought I'd put that out there for you guys, because the fact is, why would CVS do that? I'm pretty sure they're not getting reimbursed for that money. And it's particularly for the product that it's not most likely for. So whatever CVS is doing, it's all on their end. So I will not do that for myself, because I feel like it's wrong. It's stupid. It's stupid, Rosie. It's wrong. I wouldn't sit well with it. I don't know. It's just, I mean, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about that kind of situation. I want to get your guys' opinion about it. Now, with that being said about the rain check, probably I can squeeze this in there. What has happened with my videos, the newbie edition and the regular CVS videos that I do? What has happened? So I'm actually currently right now looking for another store to film at, because the other store that I would normally go to, which is by my sister-in-law's house, I would normally go to the one that's about like the furthest one away from my house. Reason being because they've always been pretty cool about me being able to film my videos and record, and there wouldn't be any problems. But I did run into a particular problem when it came down to my couponing. Just so you guys know, I run 6 full-on accounts at CVS. Am I, is that extreme? Probably. I've seen people with about up to 10 to 12 different accounts just trying to go to different CVS stores. Hardcore couponing, guys. Like, there's in my town so many couponers that it's hard to keep up with. For me, it's hard to keep up with like 4 or 5 accounts, but now that I have like a 6th account, it gets a little bit more hard because, you just gotta make sure that all your coupons and all your extra bucks are, in line, everything, so that I don't, essentially use a wrong coupon for the wrong account. So for myself, yes, I have several accounts there, but this particular store that I went shopping at, it was on a Saturday during early activation. And when I went, it was about 12:30, 1 p.m. I want to say that I went because I was getting all of my stuff ready to do my transactions. It wasn't going to start until about like 4:30. I go in, I grab my first cart, and it was during the week that it was spend 30, get 10, and I was doing L'Oreal because I didn't have the shampoo. I bought about 32 bottles of shampoo. Is that extreme? Probably, yeah. What am I going to do with 32 bottles of shampoo? I don't know. I'll just donate it, I guess. But I didn't have that in my stockpile, so I really needed it bad. So I was stocking up with 32 bottles of shampoo. Plus, that week also Snuggle was 2 for $6. So I had about like 16 different of the Snuggle, and those $3 off 2 coupons came out too, so that's why it was such a good deal. Also, I think it was like the Renewsits were on sale that week. I'm trying to, like, my breath is I'm losing breath. I believe the razors were $5.99. We had those $4 coupons. What else did I try to get? Oh, Quilted Northern. Quilted Northern was another one. They were 3 for $15, and we had those dollar manufacturer coupons. Spend 15, get 5. So I did the deal 6 times, and the coupon didn't specify a limit whatsoever. So I went ahead and I maxed out all my cards with that. While I was in the store, trying to get all my shampoo and everything, I run into the store manager on a Saturday. Now, keep in mind, he doesn't even work on Saturdays. I've been told by other people that he doesn't work on Saturdays. So, as I'm shopping, he's like, "Wow, you guys are really going hardcore today, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." Me and my friend, we just kind of looked at each other. I'm like, "Okay," just like, and then he comes and tells us early activation doesn't start until 7 p.m. And I was like, we got there about 12. Hey, Eric. Yay, you're back. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing? I'm back. Just have a rain check, and then also another live stream regarding, the fate of my channel. So when he saw my cart that I had loaded up with 32 bottles of shampoo, and keep in mind, that was just like a 4th or 5th of what I came for. He tells me and this other lady that early activation doesn't start until 7 p.m. Normally, it starts at 4:30 p.m. And the reason he told us at 7 p.m., I guess because somebody hadn't activated it. Now, and we were just kind of looking at, me and her, we were just kind of looking at each other. We're just like, what should we do? Or should we just go home? And we're like, no, I'm staying. I'm all like, I gotta, I'm going to get my shopping done. And I'm like, I guess I'll stay too. I ain't got nothing to do. So while I was doing that, I was getting all of my paper products ready. I was getting the Snuggle ready. I was getting the Renewsits. I was getting the razors. How many Qs did you have? Okay. So at that point, we had the 4 off, 2 off L'Oreal. So let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20. So I had about 16 of those coupons, which I split up between my 6 accounts. So for every 8 that you bought, you get a 10, it was like around $32, I think it was, and then you get a $10 extra buck, and then you use 4 of the $4 off 2 coupons. So I did the deal 6 times, or not 6 times, 8, 16, 24, 4 times. I didn't have enough coupons with me to do it, to maxing out the deal, so I just took it for what it was. So I did that, but then, like I was saying, he told us at 7 p.m., and we were just kind of like, as we were shopping around, he comes in about almost like 30 minutes to almost an hour later, tells us, oh, the ad has been activated, it should be ready by 4:30, and I was like, okay, it's like, why, all of a sudden he tells us that later, probably because I think the assistant manager had told him regarding the issue, I guess. We just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something like he didn't want us there or something. I don't know. But I was told later on, around, I want to say about like 2 p.m., somewhere around there, the assistant manager comes to me and tells me that, the manager has, I guess, as seeing us shopping, we had a lot of stuff in our carts, and he said he was, thinking about limiting and da-da-da-da-da, and I was just like, all right, whatever. But she was pretty cool. So I just, she's normally pretty cool with us, and, decides that we can still do it. And so, about 4:30, that's when the new ad kicked in, and that's when I was starting to do my transactions. We were raiding around, grabbing our stuff, because, like I said, there's other couponers in our town. It's really heavy. We got there early so we can get the stuff that we needed. 4:30 hit around. We did the transactions. And as we were doing the transactions, this other couple came in, the mom and the daughter. They're also couponers. And they come in, and they got 2 full baskets full of Scott's toilet paper. I think they had about 20 packs or so in total. Then they had a third basket that had a lot of Tresemme shampoo, a lot of Pantene, a lot of toothpaste. There was razors, definitely. There was some. I was just like, God, like they had so many. So I was just like, for myself, I was just like, okay, I got my 3 carts. They got theirs. I got what I wanted. So then around 5 o'clock, I was having to do my transactions. This lady was doing her transactions. So we were like back and forth. And I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, let me do my stuff first, and then you can go. I was just thinking behind my head. I was thinking in my head. About 5:30, the assistant manager tells me, look, whatever his name is, I don't know what his name is. He's coming back, the store manager. He said that he was already going to be starting to put limits and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, what? It was like, he's going to start putting limits, and he said, you better get your transactions in. I was just like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and get this going. Like, let me get my transactions done. I had maybe about 10 transactions in total. Between me and this one lady, we kept going back and forth. And I was just like, oh my gosh, let me just get my stuff done. I'm like, I can't get it done if this guy is going to come back in while I still have transactions to do. And so it was about 6:50. I was in the middle of a Quilton Northern transaction. Here comes the store manager walking in. He looks at us, looks at everything, all these carts everywhere. There was about 9 carts total. It was like everything was filled to the rim. I was just like, oh my gosh, he's about to blow. Guys, he was about to blow. The guy walks in. It was like, what's going on here? He was upset. He started looking upset. I was like, what's going on here? I mean, did you buy all this Quilton Northern? That's the first thing he saw, and I was like, that's my cart. He goes, did you just buy all this Quilton Northern? I was like, yes, I did. I was like, you guys cannot just be coming in here and wiping us out. You guys are abusing the system, and you guys are, not leaving anything for the customers to come in throughout the week. We can't order extra stuff throughout the week, and we got to have a lot, saved up for, we have to have it saved up for throughout the week for all the other customers to come in and buy these things. You can't just be coming into our store, clearing us out and, abusing the system. And I'm all like, I started thinking to myself, what system am I abusing? I mean, he then looks at the cashier behind the one that was actually doing my transactions, and he was going, "Are you manually force printing these extra bucks for them?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "You don't have to. She doesn't have to print these extra bucks. Why? Because I have multiple accounts. They're printing the extra bucks just as they are. She don't even have to print the extra bucks." And he was like, "No, no, 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 no. You guys cannot be." I was like, "Cannot be doing this." It's like, has it? And then turns around to the assistant manager, and goes, "Has this been going on every single weekend?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I'm all like, "Thank you." I thought she was my friend, and I was just like, she was just gonna keep her mouth shut. But for the sake of the situation, I guess she had to, be honest, because, it had been going on for every single weekend. I was just like, I'm just like starting to think, man, does he not know his own store? Like when he walks into the store, like does he see like cleared shelves or something? Like, keep in mind he's only there for like a few hours every single day, Monday through Friday, and he doesn't work weekends. So the fact that one of the managers had to call out sick, and now that he had to come back in, probably he was angry about it. And I'm all like, well, suck it up, dude. You got to come and work. That you're the store manager of this store, and you got to set the example for all the other employees that work here. So he was getting all angry about it, and I was just like, out of all the people that he can actually get angry with, he was getting angry with me. He was actually the one that's just targeting me rather than the other two girls that were there. And keep in mind, he was making a big deal, not only in front of the other couponers that were there, but also regular store members that are walking through the door and those that are in line waiting to be checked out. There was actually another lane for the people that actually don't have coupons that actually could just, go in there and just check out and leave. There was another lane specifically for those. What happened to the other ladies? I'll get to that in a moment. So what happened was, there's actually another lane for us to actually be able, like whatever couponing that we wanted to do, they opened up another lane for us to be able to use. And at that point we can share. We can actually like do one transaction, then the other ladies could do a transaction. I'm like probably like maybe 3 or 4 guys in our city that actually coupon. The rest of them are the ladies, all right? And I was the only guy in that store. And the fact is, we were sharing the register so we can get our stuff done. And he's just, oh my gosh, he just got me so frustrated. The situation was just out of my control. It was all in his hands. And all I could think about was just, why are you blowing up in front of not only me, but you're blowing up in front of the other couponers in the store. You're blowing up in front of the other members in the store that are just here to casually shop and get some items and then come and check out. And the fact is, you're targeting me about it. It's not just me that's doing it. There's other people that are doing it too. And I'm just like, and the only people that you can actually focus on is just me? I'm like, that's just wrong. That is just wrong to me, because I'm all like, not only are you embarrassing me in front of, the other couponers, but you're also embarrassing me in front of other store members that are just checking out, just, get there. And I'm just like, really, like, that was just uncalled for. I mean, he was just angry. And he was all like, look, if you're going to be coming into the store and, you're going to be clearing this out, why don't you write down on a piece of paper and tell me how much you're going to need or how much to replace our stock with. And I'm all like, I can't do that, sir. And he goes like, why? Because I don't work here. I cannot be the one to tell you how much stuff you need for stock inside your store. And I'm just like, he acted like I worked there. I'm all like, I just coupon. I invest my time, my money, and my coupons into your store. And then he starts telling me, well, I'm going to have to start limiting on, like, for example, Scott's is only going to be like 2 per household or whatever. And whatever the deal is, you guys can only do it once. He acted very unprofessional, makes me mad. Yes. I haven't called corporate yet, and I don't know why I have not. the fact that what he did, I should have, and like I feel like if I call corporate, they're gonna be like, well, he has the right to limit quantities as to whatever per his per our store policy and everything like that. I'm all like, I would probably be like, look, it's not the fact of him limiting me. He could have done it in a more professional way rather than just getting all upset about it. And so I still had two more carts to go, and those were the razors and the Renewsits. I finished up getting the Quilton Northern. I finished up getting the Snuggle and everything, and the only thing that was left was just the Renewsits and razors. And he asked me, is that your cart right there? And he goes, I tell him, yes, that's my cart. I was like, are you planning to buy all of that? And I told him, I don't know now because you placed a limit. I was like, well, are you going to buy it? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy it. And he goes, wow. That's what he is. He was like, wow, it's like, I guess now he's like starting to think like he has to put it all back. And he tells me, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let it go this time and I'm going to let you purchase it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to purchase it at all. I don't want to be like, because I have several, coupons from several different accounts that I got to use in order for me to get the best deal possible. And I told him no, I wasn't going to do it because I know he was going to stop me in between my transactions to say, okay, you know what, you're done. You cannot do any more transactions. And you know what? I'm glad that I just left it there because it was filled to the rim. And I was just like, you know what? I mean, yes, I got to be more mindful of there's other customers that are going to come in and buy. But keep in mind, guys, I know a lot of couponers out there that will have the same mentality as my mentality. All right? The fact is, it's like, I have all these coupons. I didn't want them to go to waste. And if I found a good deal, I want to go ahead and purchase it. And at the same time, I feel CVS is in the business to sell. And the fact is, who's going to go into the store and buy Quilton Northern at regular price for $8.99 for 9 double roll? Who's going to do that? The fact is, even the 12 pack is like $6.99 over there at Target for a double pack for 12 rolls. The fact that it's like $8.99 at CVS for a 9 double roll, that's just insane. And when the fact that it goes on 3 for $15, that's actually a good deal. And the fact you get a $5 extra buck. And then we had dollar coupons to match. So it was $7 for 3 packs. Of course, I rolled some extra bucks and I had like a 10 off 40 purchase and stuff. So I combined it to even make it a better deal. And for myself, I'm just kind of like, really, dude? I mean, you could have pulled me to the side and we could have actually talked about it, basically. We could have actually talked about the fact, if you feel this way, we could have, came to an appropriate discussion for this whole thing. And I just didn't like the fact that he just was calling me out. Out of all the couponers, it was me. And I'm just kind of like, are you more afraid to actually talk to the female couponers rather than a male couponer? I mean, are you like, or because the fact that he saw me rather than seeing the other ladies, and then he actually questioned me about the other ladies. I was like, are they here doing the same thing you're doing? I was like, and I told him, well, they're here shopping, right? I'm like, and the two ladies that actually was, purchasing their stuff, they just got up and went out. They just left, and because they knew it was not going to work. And I was just, wow. All I could think about, it was so unprofessional, very rude. And I was just like, I told him, look, I'm not going to get into any arguments with you. There's just no reason for me to get into any arguments whatsoever with you. And he goes, and I told him, I'm not a very disrespectful guy. I'm actually a very respectful guy. I'll respect you as long as you're respecting me and, not going so crazy. And, then that's when he told me, yeah, I can kind of see that from you. Probably what angered me the most is what he tells me, okay, if you're going to clear a shelf, why don't you write down a quantity as to how much we need so we can stock it back up? I'm like, no, that's like, I'm only in there to buy and use my coupons. That's all I'm there to do for. I mean, as bad as probably the situation it sounds, and maybe it sounded a little selfish of me to do that, but I don't know. I see a lot of people on Instagram posting big hauls, and I'm just like, For myself, I mean, yeah, like probably I could go at a smaller pace or something like that, but all the videos that I've ever posted, I mean, I've probably done those deals more than one time. I mean, I can only show you guys one time because if I show you every single thing that I do for, all like, because most of my hauls when I do the weekly videos is similar or really is exactly the same. There's just different coupons that I have for different accounts. So I can't really show you everything because it would just be too time consuming. And the fact that that happened to me, corporate sucks. They really don't care. They piss me off. When I called to see if they could do anything about my expired ECBs, they said they couldn't do anything about it. I haven't ran into that situation. The only situation that I actually ran into is that my account was forcefully closed. How did that ever happen? And then I called corporate to actually find out why that happened, and they said that there's no record of me. They don't know the exact reason why. But then when I went to another CVS store, the manager told me that if I use that account too much, then it gets closed. I'm all like, but that still doesn't make sense because that account is open until at least I close it or something. That should just never happen. So, but when I called corporate, I told them, look, I had about $10 in extra bucks on that account, and that's my account, guys. That was mine. That was like not my brother's, not my mom, not my dad, not my grandparents. It was nobody. That was mine, all right? So that was the very first one that I ever started, and that was mine, and that gets closed down, and I only had 10 ECBs. I guess 10 ECBs is not bad, but I was just like, the fact is I still had coupons on there. I had so many of them. So the fact that I actually was able to get that replenished, the 10 DCBs, that was great, but I didn't have ECBs or the CRTs to go with them anymore. So I literally had to start over, and it was a bad situation that occurred, and that's just a whole nother story. But the fact is, that was the main store that I would always shop at and do my videos. Now, am I going to be going back to that store? Probably not, because I didn't like the fact that how the whole thing took place. He was very rude, very unprofessional. I wanted to work at that CVS store. They knew that I wanted to work there. And all I could think about is like, if that's the way that he's a customer, I wouldn't want to know how he would treat me as an employee. And I'm just like, thank God I picked up this other store or this other job that I'm working at doing payroll. And that's a better position than what it is over there at CVS. And so that was just something else. And I'm just like, I'm trying to pick a store right now that's going to allow me to do my in-store videos. And I think I have one lined up. And I don't know, guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to make videos in quite some time. And hopefully you guys forgive me of that. It was just that situation that just occurred, and I was planning to do another video based on that, the situation, but I thought I could just squeeze it in here since I had time for a live video, and it was just for Raincheck. Now, how did I get to this? Okay, so a lot of people have thought also that I was like networking and basically getting more people to their store because they never had a lot of people come and shop at their stores before, and their sales were going up, I guess, when I got there. And I was just like, I haven't said anything. I was just like, I'm just there. I was just like, I guess people from YouTube that are living in my town, the people that have saw me on YouTube, they recognize the store that I shop at. And I guess they just started just come over here. And I was just like, look, I'm just there shopping. I'm just there providing the deals for you guys. And hopefully you guys have been, learning as we've been going along with the videos. And I know I haven't put one out in such a long time, and you guys have to forgive me about that. But I think I just want to know your guys' thoughts about all this stuff, guys, because, it's been crazy. It's been really, really crazy, and I don't know exactly what to do. And so, I have been getting into a lot of Rite Aid. And I think probably the safest thing for me to do is, as of right now, is that when I go and do my shopping, I'll bring in the deals and I'll record from home. And I'll be able to show you guys exactly the deals that I did from there. So until at least I can be able to find another store and be able to actually record that way. So if you guys want, I can do that. And I can just go to the stores and shop, and I can just be able to record here from home for a little while until I can be able to figure out a situation where I can do the recording at a store. And okay, so I think I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and for this I guess for next week, I haven't gone to do the deals yet. I've been really busy, so for probably starting next week, I want to say I can't say for sure if I'm going to, but this is just something that I could potentially be doing for next week, is to do the deals and then come back home and be able to share them. And so hopefully that'll work out for some time, and then I can be able to find a store to be able to record at, okay? But I just thought I'd just come up and I just share this with you guys. And like I said, I'm not a perfect couponer, guys. I really am not. And it is what it is. And I cannot really just keep it like that. I had to share it with you guys. So, but other than that, this is Crazy Couponing with Eric signing off. Happy couponing, guys. And we'll hopefully see you in the next video, okay? Bye.